As I look out among you here today, I despair. Despair that you have strayed from the path of choice. I am here to give you that choice. For within this place of worship to the overlord and masters Ubisoft, they do make many choices available to you. The Standard Edition, containing merely the game itself. The Deluxe Edition, containing many wondrous things to get you started on your journey. The Gold Edition, containing many things, including the Season Pass, containing 3 DLC items plus Far Cry 3 Classic Edition, 25 quid when sold separately. And then there's the Father's Edition, containing all that has gone before, including a statue of the Father himself. But that is not all. For many microtransactions await your choice to buy them. Rejoice! For those who have purchased will be saved. Just say yes. Come on, you know you wanna.
He's gonna march us right through Eden's gate. Oh Lord, he's gonna march us right through Eden's gate. Oh Lord, he's gonna march us right through Eden's gate.
Welcome to Hope County, such as it is. You're new around here, aren't you? It's obvious. The bemused expression, the torn clothes, the blood. Had a run-in with the cultists, did you?
Do something! Help!
Nah, you're not the only one. And from the sounds of it, you got off easy. Come on, I'll explain some things over a drink. You look like you could use one. Or several.
Days like today, you know why they call it God's country.
Yeah, I'm new around these parts myself. But it doesn't take long to figure out how things work around here. Those cultists you ran into, they call themselves Eden's Gate. And they're led by a delusional, charismatic arsehole called Joseph Seed. His followers call him the Father. Think he's going to lead them into a new world order after the apocalypse or some shit. They're devoted, fanatically so. Of course, there are reasons for their fanaticism. 3 to be exact. Joseph Seed has 3 siblings, well, 2. Not sure about her. But they've split the valley up between them. This region we're in right now, this town is called Falls End. And we're in the southwest, and it's controlled by John Seed, the preacher. Preaches the power of yes. Find things to say yes to. Of course, it's only the things they want you to say yes to.
That freedom from sin can come from the power of just one word. Yes. I am a sinner. Yes. I wish to be unburdened. Yes. I must be redeemed.
And then there's Faith. She controls the southeastern region. And she's got these plants which they pump out this chemical they call bliss. Makes you hallucinate in small doses.
I know you've heard stories about me. That I'm a liar. a manipulator. That I poison people's minds. Well, let me tell you a different story. A true story.
Get too big a dose and they turn you into what they call an angel. Like mindless drone workers. They're the ones that built that massive statue of the father on the hill. You've definitely seen it while you've been here. Someone really needs to take a rocket launcher to that thing.
What is that? Again, we have wandered. Show me what you Touchdown! Going to a better spot. Target a fucking choir. Get your delivery.
And last but definitely not least is Jacob Seed. He controls the North region. He's into this survival of the fittest, the strong survive, the weak perish, all that bullshit. He's the cult's trainer, uses indoctrination techniques apparently, to brainwash people into fighting for them.
And now, the bill has come due. Now, the collapse is upon us. And this time, the lives of the few outweigh the lives of the many. And when a nation that's never known hunger or desperation descends into madness, we'll be ready.
Eden's Gate is well armed and supplied, and they've taken over the whole goddamn valley. To make matters worse, this whole place is radio proof, so no one's coming to help. That's the bad news. The good news is that there's an amazing number of preppers within the valley. People who prepare for the worst. They've stashed away food, medical supplies, weapons, you name it, they've got it. If it wasn't for them, we'd have been screwed a long time ago, in practically 5 minutes given the Eden's Gate arsenal.
Not a good spot.
Also, keep an eye out for wild animals. They're all over the place. And change that shirt, the blood will attract them. There are a scary number of weapons in the valley right now. Between the cultists and the preppers, you won't be stuck for a weapon. You really won't. And each weapon has a decent number of attachments, so you can tailor your loadout any given moment to any situation. Do you want to go in all guns blazing or stealth? It's entirely up to you. And if you want extras, you can always buy them off the rebels. Well, I say buy. It's a one-off payment, and then they give you access to that weapon anywhere in the world.
What the hell's that?
Seems like a waste of
Great fucking target spot. Dead.
You know, if you want to change that shirt, just go to any weapon shop and buy something else. Not that you'll spend much time admiring yourself, admittedly. Another great thing about being out here is the sheer number of skills you can develop. I mean, quite apart from the sheer range of them, you can develop whichever one you want first. There are very few prerequisite skills that you need before you can go for the actual one you want. There's a great deal of flexibility here between the skills and the weapons.
John's got your partner. Couldn't have held this place without you, bud.
We'll keep an eye out for trouble.
This is the shit, man! It's so much fun, man! I won't come back later and do it buck naked! Watch me get my move on. I'm a bust a move except for dancing.
Look at you.
And that flexibility is important because of the sheer number of cultist targets that there are out there for you to exploit. Things like shrines, outposts, roadblocks, all sorts of things.
We're all smart, but yet we seem to need the desperate approval of some digital friends that we hardly even know when your family is.
All of this? What?
Don't let something as trivial.
But don't worry, you're not alone in this fight. Random encounters out there in the world can sometimes pair you with resistance soldiers. They're added to your roster and you can summon them at any time.
I was a dead man. Thanks. Hey, this could be fun.
Goodbye, you peggy fuck!
Good idea.
And then there are specialists, experts in their field. You definitely want these guys on speed dial. Like Nick has a plane that is fitted with machine guns and bombs.
It's breakfast time!
Sharky is a bit crazier than most.
Whoa, they are angry today! I'm starting to think they don't like disco!
But my two favourite contacts are Jess, who's a silent hunter, uses a bow and arrow.
Get the tombstones. They're all the way to death. You know that.
And Peaches, who is the most adorable murder machine in the whole valley.
I got a visual. Oh my god, the resistance has a cougar!
Nice pussy.
There's a massive range of things that people will want help with. And not just busy work, you know, collecting here, there and everywhere, the same thing over and over. No, proper story stuff. It's engaging and the people are interesting. And to make matters even better, if you like, you can bring a friend. And then there's the arcade, which allows you to create your own single, co-op and multiplayer maps for use online. The tools in the arcade are powerful. I managed to whip up a small map of a forest with a bit of a mountainside and just a path through the tree line. Including the time it took me to learn the interface, it took me 20 minutes. Now it's going to take you a lot longer than that to build something worth playing. And in all honesty, the ratings of the levels I saw on the arcade were pretty low. So I'm guessing not very many people have made something worth playing, but you can. You just need to invest the time. But the tools are powerful, might be worth a look. It doesn't really compare to the rest of Hope County, but there are limitations. The only real fly in the ointment as far as this whole thing is concerned is corporate. Somehow they found a way to shove their noses in even though the valley is radio proof or some shit. The problem is, if you add up all of the special prestige stuff, if you add up all of the prestige weapons, vehicles and all the outfits, you can buy them all with silver, which is the bullshit currency. Add them all up and it comes to at least 130 quid's worth. It only took me 50 quid to get into the valley. And I don't know how many weapons and the such like have prestige skins for them, because I didn't buy them all. You have to buy the weapon before you can see whether it's got a special skin. But the standard ARC has a special skin for 100 silver. The ARC Stars and Stripes is a special weapon, and for its special skin it's 500 silver. They've separated the prestige skin off into a different weapon just so they can charge you 5 times as much. I don't know which is worse, corporate or the cultists. I didn't mean that. I'm just making a point about corporate and the
I'm
with you, I know he's safe. Just remember, don't actually feed him cheeseburgers, because, you know, he's got the diabetes.
I'm not going to be able to go back in there for a while. I'll shoot some cultists and come back in a couple of days. But when all's said and done, I enjoyed my time here in Hope County. It's got great story, great characters, solid combat, decent world building. If it wasn't for corporate shoving its nose in, I might rate it a bit higher. As it is, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed my time here. And you will get shot at a lot, but it's a hell of a ride and it's totally worth it. Think about it, we could always use more help around here. So, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to go shoot some more cultists. Change the shirt! Let's hope I can remember this speech. Without my glasses on. Without being able to look at the script. With this over my face. So I can see even less. And yes, it is too tiny for my head. I do know that. Where's the... I hope I get this pretty quickly, because if I don't, I'm going to start dying of sweat in this thing. As I look out... Oh, among you. Shit, I've forgotten it already.